Okay guys, so my presentation is about Freidrich Froebel. So you'll find out a little bit about him in this presentation. So as you can see, he was born in Germany in 1782. He was actually the founding father of the modern day kindergarten. Okay? So his first kindergarten was in 1837 in Blankenberg, in Germany. Now kinder actually means children in Germany, and garten simply means garden. So he's had a literal garden for children. So his educational philosophy was that children learn through self-directed play, and they were open to new concepts through object exploration, songs, movement, and just general play. Okay. So his university life, he attended the Uni of Göttingen from 1810 to 1812. He studied languages. He moved to Berlin and studied mineralogy, and has seen similarities between the crystallization process, starting from basic to more complex. And you actually sort of seen the, the similarities between children and crystallization process. So just an interesting fact that I found was pretty cool was that the Prussian Minister of Education accused Froebel of undermining traditional values by spreading atheism and socialism. He also closed all his kindergartens in the Prussian states until 1860. So we don't know our history. Prussia was actually a large part of what is now North Central Europe under the unification of Germanic states. Okay? By the end of the century, however, there was kindergartens established through Europe, the Americas, and England. Sadly, though, he died just before he could actually see the widespread sort of nature of the kindergarten. So I'm going to focus mainly on what's called Froebel's gifts today. So he established a series of educational toys or learning aids, and they were labelled Froebel's gifts. A total of 10 gifts existed, which included various shapes, blocks, strings, beads, which all could be manipulated and moved in various different ways. So an example to the left here, as you can see there's a ball placed on the end of the string, and you can just see all the applications that a child could actually learn from that. So he established a cause and effect by swinging it. So this is sort of the introduction to basic physics for children. So as we know, kindergarten is aimed at maybe like 3 to 5 year olds. So this is just a really basic concept on where it is. So he also made the objects rough, smooth, big, small, just so that children could have different things to touch and feel and manipulate. Okay. So the principles of his education, to recognise all children are unique and all have different potentials, to view learning as a number of different factors like environment, play, content, to teach the importance of environment and link to the child's development, and to show the children as they get their part in the community. The pedagogy, he required knowledgeable and qualified teachers, skilled and informed observation of children, using media, stories, songs, that kind of thing for learning, encouragement, not punishment, and promoting both individual and group play that targets the children's interests. Okay. So for his environment, he built his kindergartens to have the following properties. So to be physically safe but intellectually stimulating, combine indoors and outdoors. So going back to our first slide with the kindergarten, he did actually have a garden in his kinder, so that the kids could go out and play. And provide a large range of educational tools and resources. So the primary focus of my presentation today is mainly around the activities. So you've learned a little bit about the man. Now I'm going to come around to each group and give you an item or two. Now, what we need to do as a group is create some sort of educational toy, a game, a learning aid, just to introduce children aged, as I said, 2 to 5, to any concept you want. So that could be basic physics, geometry, anything you want, or fine motor skill development, can be a range of things. So can I just get one person as the representative from each group? I'll give you some items. We've got balloons and rice. So Jimmy's made a bag of rocks. I love the rocks. guys, there is a few more items if we want them as well. We're a bit stuck. So we've got beads, string, and blocks. You all like anything? We might have more people. So guys, you got about 2 or 3 minutes just to come up with an educational toy, a learning aid, or some sort of game.
Yes, it blow it up a little bit. Sorry.
So what are you thinking, guys?
Oh, okay.
There's no wrong answers, guys, so anything that you come up with would be really good.
Can we make
Swinging blocks around the street, like, this is a great idea.
Okay, guys, just because we're getting a bit short on time, we're just going to have a bit of a reflection. So I'm just going to go around to each of the groups and ask them what actually we're going to be using the toys, or just even if we haven't built anything as such, just your ideas. So we'll go over to this group over here with the pipe cleaners. We've got a few questions. How is your toy used? What concepts in education will your children learn? And also, what modifications could you actually do? So we'll go to you, Tom.
As you can see, maybe we've created some numbers here. Use that
Yep.
to introduce kids to the concept of numbers.
Great.
If you wanted to modify it, I guess you could create shapes and to draw the angles. and
Okay.
lines.
Great. The group with the rubber bands over at the back. Yeah. This group over here, I gave you a bag of rocks.
Well, with the bag of rocks, we're thinking just for like counting and that, we could
Yeah.
put them with different piles to show different ratios and how things are bigger.
Okay.
And then with the string, we didn't have any scissors to actually like.
Yeah, that's okay. I didn't give you much time anyway. So that's
But yeah, we're just thinking about what you said before about momentum.
Yep.
You've got it on the string.
So perhaps we can use it to swing and
Yeah,
see
different
some-
numbers as well of how many are on the string and have different momentum.
And this group? We've got rice and balloons.
Yeah, rice and balloons. We just put some rice inside the balloons to demonstrate like gravity, how some things will fall quicker.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
and how much race it is?
Yeah. Awesome. So guys, that brings us to our discussion part of the presentation. So can anyone tell me why do you think I did this presentation and got you guys just to play with the toys? Just based on what we learned about Freidrich Froebel today.
I guess the items themselves are really approachable for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said talked about touch, so all the things that you have to use our hands to
Yeah. Anyone else have any ideas?
Because he thought that the kids would develop their own, like learn from playing by themselves.
Yep. Excellent. So the reason why I actually picked this particularly is a lot of them are actually based off the original Froebel's gifts. So the pipe cleaners can be moulded into 3D shapes. So Froebel was actually big on creating 3D objects just so that kids could go through that exactly like Blake did. So they could actually create things and shapes, just opening their minds to different geometry. So back in the days, it was more like maths, geometry, physics, that kind of thing. So as Blake demonstrated, he made a nice geometry shape of the square. So good job, Blake. Awesome, guys. Now, does anyone have any questions? I think we're sort of getting towards the end. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you for listening. Hope you had fun playing with these toys.